What's going on, everybody? My name's Roy, but you can call me Detail Dad. And on today's episode, we're going to be spending some time with an absolutely gorgeous SUV, a 2020 Mercedes-Benz GLE 350. This particular vehicle, we're going to be doing a brand new vehicle detail on it, which is basically going to consist of our normal washing processes, 2-bucket, foam cannon, all that good stuff. But on top of that, we're going to be doing a decon, and we're also going to be doing a paint sealant to make sure that it looks good for, many months to come. So if you like what you hear, stick around, and welcome back to Detail Dad. All right, so here she is. Got a 2020 Mercedes-Benz GLE 350 4MATIC. This one has the 21-inch wheel package on it, tech package for these. Absolutely beautiful SUV. Really excited about working on this one. As I alluded to earlier, we're going to be doing a new car detail on it. This particular vehicle didn't get detailed before it left the dealership. The customer waited like 7 months for the car, and when it got delivered, they were going to run a little bit behind on the detail, and they were just like, nah, forget it. We'll take it the way it is. We have a detailer that will have take care of it, and that's why I'm here. So, really excited about this one. Let's get this one back to my place, and we'll get started. All right, everyone, so as you can see, we got the GLE in my garage behind me. As you know, you're never supposed to wash your vehicle in direct sunlight. I happen to live on the Florida Treasure Coast, where we're in the middle of January, and it's 81 degrees outside right now, which is why we have her in there cooling down at the moment. If you hear the noise behind me, that's little man. He's having some fun out here. He always likes to hang out here with me while I'm doing some details. And why deny him of that? It's beautiful outside. So you may hear some background noise, but don't mind that. He's just out here having some fun. So just to quickly review some tools that we're going to be using on today's detail. Pretty tried and true. Everyone pretty much uses these tools, but I figured I'd do a quick review anyway. First and foremost, we have our 3 buckets here. Our first bucket there is going to be our wash bucket for our wheels. We have our wash bucket for the car, and then we have a rinse bucket. We have my little Ryobi electric pressure washer there. That's a 1600 PSI, 1.2 gallon per minute. I happen to use 2 different tips. I use a 15-degree tip whenever I'm rinsing the car off on the initial rinse off, and then I use a 40-degree tip for everything else. A little bit less pressure, make sure we don't damage anything on the vehicle. Bag full of microfiber towels, and then all of my chemicals that I use throughout the wash process. That being said, we're going to let her cool down for another few minutes, and we're going to get started. Let's do it. All right, everyone, so we got our initial rinse down. We've also gone ahead and cleaned the wheels on the vehicle. She's definitely looking a little bit better already just with her initial rinse and getting the wheels clean. However, what we're going to be doing now is actually spraying her down with an APC cleaner. We'll let it sit for a little bit, let that dwell, let it break down some of the grease and stuff that's on the vehicle. After that, we're going to rinse her down, give her a foam bath, do our 2-bucket wash, and then try to get her into the garage as quickly as possible. That way we don't get any water spots before we start the decontamination process, and then move on to the sealant. So let's keep working. All right, everyone, so we got the vehicle cleaned, wheels, tires, exterior. We degreased it. We hit it up with the foam cannon. We've gone ahead and we've rinsed it down. We did some bug and tar remover on the front of the vehicle once everything else was done. And now we're ready to do some decontamination on the vehicle, make sure that it's ready for its sealant. So that being said, we're gonna go to our tried and true right here. This stuff, which is our optimum no rinse. This is, I believe it's 2-to-1 if I'm not mistaken, for clay lubrication, which is what we're gonna use today. And then in addition to the optimum no rinse for that, make our way to the van here. We are going to be using this Blackfire clay mitt, which is for decontaminating paint. This will help get any of the embedded surface contaminants out of the vehicle's painted surfaces. Excuse me. Forgot how to talk there for a second. Ultimately, this is kind of like what I would kind of compare to would be like an exfoliation for your face, basically. So for any ladies out there, you know, before you go and put your makeup and stuff like that on, you want to make sure that your face is really clean. Very, very similar with the car. So we're going to make sure that the car's paint is as clean as it can be before we do the sealant on it. That way it bonds correctly, will last as long as possible, and gives it great protection as well. Definitely already looking better than when she arrived. Definitely a lot glossier now that she's clean. Like we said earlier, it is very, very hot outside, so I'm going to keep working as quickly as I possibly can so we can get her in the garage and continue the sealing process. All right, everyone, so wheels and tires, check. Car washed, check. Car clayed, check. So we are on to our next step now, which is going to be the Meguiar synthetic sealant. It's a great sealant. I use it on my personal vehicles. Adds a lot of gloss and depth to the paint. Great protection. Vehicle's looking fantastic as of right now, as it should. It is a brand new vehicle. It's only got about 1,000 miles on it. But we are going to continue working with this bad boy. Really excited about the way it's coming out. This is a beautiful truck, and I'm sure that the customer is going to be super excited as well. So let's keep going. All right, everybody, so we're in the home stretch of this detail. We just have to do the interior of the vehicle now, which is going to be a quick vacuum. We're going to go ahead and wipe down all the surfaces of the vehicle, add some protectant, and just hit up all the cracks and crevices with a detail brush to make sure we're not missing any spots. And then at that point, we'll be done with this vehicle. So let's keep working. All right, everyone, so the GLE 350 is all done, and here she is. Wheels. So once again, to review what we did on the vehicle, we went ahead and did a 2-bucket wash, did a decontamination of the paint with the Blackfire clay mitt along with the optimum no rinse, and then we did a Meguiar's 2.0 synthetic sealant. As you can see, this stuff is a great combo. Left the car looking absolutely fantastic. If you like what you see, please consider subscribing, hit that bell notification icon so that way you can get notified anytime we have new content. And thanks again for stopping by.